as the trees are starting to come out of dormancy this spring, here at Anderson Seed and Garden, we've got some options for you to control some insects and also to correct some iron deficiency problems in your trees before they even get started. So, you know, try and do that in the dormant season right before the leaves come out. You can do it in the middle of the summer or in the early to late spring if you want to, but really the best time to do that is to get that application on right before your trees really start to leaf out in the spring. Now, one of the insects that we really want to try and control are aphids, and we have a lot of problems with aphids on maples, on snowballs, on quaking aspen, and there's a really inexpensive and easy way to control those before they get started, and that's with the systemic tree and shrub drench from Fertilome. This is a product that you can just easily pour on the ground around your trees. You mix it up in water, and it just depends on how big the tree is. Let me grab a bucket and I'll show you how that works. This is one of our nifty little buckets, but you take a bucket like this, which will hold probably about 4 gallons of water, and it really doesn't matter how much water you mix it in, but you want to measure the circumference of the tree. So say you have a tree that's about that big around that you want to protect because it gets aphids every year and it drips sap all over your car or your house or whatever. But if your tree's about that big, you want to use 1 ounce of the tree and shrub drench for every inch of distance around the tree. So you've really got about 18 inches of distance around the tree. So you want to take a tape measure and measure all the way around the tree. If it says 18 inches, then we're going to use 18 ounces of this product on that tree. So you would measure 18 ounces, pour it into your bucket, put your 18 ounces in there. Once you've got your 18 ounces, you can fill it up with water or just add a couple gallons, you know, whatever you need to saturate the ground right around the trunk of the tree. So right where that trunk of the tree is, you'll take your bucket full of water and your 18 ounces of your tree and shrub drench, and you're just going to pour it on the ground right around the trunk of the tree, right where the tree comes up out of the ground. There's plenty of root system right in that area that will absorb up the tree and shrub drench so that it will be effective. And the nice thing about this is it lasts for 12 months. So you do 1 application in the spring right before your leaves start to come out, right as the buds are, you know, just kind of starting to swell. Apply that on the ground right around your tree. I mean, it's so easy to do. You can do it in just a couple minutes. It will protect your tree for the entire year. Not only does it work on aphids, but it works on borers in quaking aspen, it works on scale, it works on thrips, it works on leaf hoppers, and it definitely works on the gall that get into your honey locusts that make the leaves kind of pod up, and they kind of turn pink and they ball up instead of opening up like leaves. So it works on a lot of different insects, and you can do it preventatively before the problem happens, and it lasts for the entire season. I mean, it's so easy to do, very inexpensive, and it's just a great way to protect your trees. If you want to fertilize at the same time, I've got a couple different liquid fertilizers that you can do right in with your mixture, like the all-purpose from Bicor would be excellent. They also have another one that's called Tree Feast that you can just mix right in with the insecticide and water your trees with it, and it will feed your trees for the rest of the year as well too. So great way to stop insects and feed your trees before they get started. But if you've had some really bad iron deficiency problems in the past, the Tree Treats from Bicor is definitely one of our favorite ways to control iron deficiency or chlorosis in large trees, and try and cure that problem, and it'll actually last for a couple years. So when we do a treatment with the Tree Treats, it'll actually last for 2, sometimes even 3 years, and keep your trees looking great. All you need is a cordless drill, or even a corded drill if you have a long cord, and a 3/8 inch drill bit, and the Tree Treats, and a little bit of pruning paste to seal it up with, and it's very easy to do, and I'm going to show you how to do it right now. With a tree about this size, we're going to try and do 1 implant about every 4 to 6 inches around the tree. And with that 3/8 inch drill bit, you want to drill in about 1 inch to 1.5 inches into the tree past the bark. So we'll take our drill bit. Generally I'll do it on a little bit of an angle, because as the sun warms things up, we don't want the implant to flow back out, so we want it to stay inside the tree. So on a slight angle, about 1 inch to 1.5 inches into the tree is what we want to drill past the bark. That looks just about right. Can you see that hole right there? So I've got a mark on my drill bit that shows me about where 1.5 inches is, and the little implants look just like that. We do one about every 4 to 6 inches. So if I were to drill another hole into this tree, I would move over about 4 to 6 inches, and then I'd go up about 1 inch. So as I go around the tree, it'll kind of spiral up the tree, kind of like a barber pole a little bit. But we just slip that implant in there, and then with my pruning sealer, I would just cover that hole up so it keeps the tree protected and it keeps the nutrient inside the tree. And like I said, about 4 implants for a tree this size, and it will last for approximately 2 to 3 years in the tree, giving it all the nutrient, all the iron that it needs to keep it green and healthy. So the tree treats are a great way to keep trees, especially larger trees that are difficult to spray, healthy and happy. And if we use the insecticide as a drench around the trees, that'll take care of the insects as well too. And it's a great way to do some preventative applications before things really start to deteriorate throughout the summertime.